What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Jay Electronica made a rare appearance on Twitter, and a lot of the times when he does that, we think, oh, he's been drinking, because he goes on these long rants and talks about other rappers like Kendrick and 50 Cent. But this time he actually came with some really good knowledge, and that knowledge is that Act 2 could actually be in the works. It could be coming in the next 40 days. Now, where does that 40 days part come into play? Well, Jay Electronica responded to a fan on Twitter who said his title trial expires in the next 40 days. And Jay's response was, well, you're safe. Safe meaning the album will be out by then and he'll be able to listen to it through his title trial. And Jay Electronica as a whole is fascinating. Now, his whole Twitter rant, and he ended up deleting it for unknown reasons. You don't know why Jay Electronica does anything. Most of his tweets end up getting deleted at some point, but this time his entire Twitter, it gone. It disappeared out of nowhere, and nobody knows when it'll come back. Part of his Twitter rant was a concept that he's based his entire career around. And I'm going to read the quote, but it's basically the magician's 3 acts. I'm going to read it. It's from Christopher Priest. The quote is, "Every great magic trick consists of 3 parts or acts. The first part is called the pledge. The magician shows you something ordinary, a deck of cards, a bird, or a man. He shows you this object. Perhaps he asks you to inspect to see if it is indeed real, unaltered, normal. But of course, it probably isn't. The second act is called the turn. The magician takes the ordinary something and makes it do something extraordinary. Now you're looking for the secret, but you won't find it because, of course, you're not really looking. You don't really want to know. You want to be fooled, but you wouldn't clap yet because making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. That's why every magic trick has a third act, the hardest part, the part we call the prestige." This quote is something that Jay Electronica has based his entire career around. Act 1 came out years ago. Act 2 has been in the works. And who knows when Act 3 will come. But what I find the most interesting is like how this quote plays into his entire music career. I'm trying to figure out like how everything fits together. I mean, he's shown us Act 1, the ordinary something. And I think that ordinary something is kind of, him showing like the potential as an artist. But if you listen to Act 1 and like his earlier work, it's nothing to like gush over. It's nothing that would amount for the type of hype that he's received. Now you fast forward to 2016 and you ask anybody, Jay Electronica is an elite MC. He is gifted, he's talented, and he's shown this through maybe like, 1 or 2 songs every couple years. And then, some guest features, Mac Miller, Chance the Rapper, Kendrick Lamar, not Kendrick, but Big Sean on Control. He just pops up randomly. And that's pretty much given him his elite status is because these verses have been so good. So in part, I feel like Act 2 has been the last, 6 years since he signed to Roc Nation back in 2010. So in a technical sense, he could be on Act 3, but I don't know. It gets all confusing. I'm just kind of throwing out my ideas as I'm forming them in my head. But the main takeaway for this video is that Act 2 could actually be coming. We got Frank Ocean dropping his album sometime in July, and Jay Electronica could be doing the same. Something crazy would happen if both of those artists actually succeed because they've been known to troll and, say this is coming out and it doesn't come out. So I think July could be the best month of 2016 if these 2 albums come out. And not only that, but live up to the hype. And I have no doubt that Jay Electronica can live up to the hype. I think he's been working on this album so long that it has to be a masterpiece. I think just the little glimpses we've gotten, all these songs, like Better in Tune with the Infinite, and what was the one he dropped? I think it was The Announcement, the one that he dropped right after he signed to Roc Nation. Like, these records are, breathtaking. And I think that's where a lot of people's frustration lies with Jay Electronica is he's so gifted, but he's taking all this time. I remember in 2012 he posted a track listing for Act 2, The Turn. And it was like a full-on track list. Had Kanye, Jay-Z, I think Erykah Badu was on it. It looked like it was coming very, very soon. But, you know, fast forward 4 years later and the album is still nowhere to be seen. And who knows how many of those songs will actually make the cut. Nobody knows what Act 2 sounds like except, you know, a few people. Jay Electronica, Just Blaze. I believe Bun B said he heard it at 1.2. So there's only a few people that have heard the album. But if you talk to Jay Electronica, or let me rephrase it actually, because Just Blaze said this in an interview he did when talking about Jay Electronica. He said if you talk to Jay Electronica, he'll tell you that his train is running on schedule. I just hope that train is finally about to stop at the station so we can all hop on board. And now that I've shared my opinion about Jay Electronica's upcoming album and everything that's been surrounding it for years, I want to know what you think. Do you think Act 2 is still going to be the album that elevates Jay Electronica to superstardom? Are you still anticipating the album even? And finally, do you believe that Jay Electronica will actually drop the album this time? Let me know in the comment section below, and then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, share the video, follow me on Twitter at SermonsDomain, and as always, thank you for your time. I appreciate you for watching, and until next time, peace.